So with these 445 names, you can just imagine it was super hard trying to get down to 19 players that I believe are going to get through Q School. There's going to be the usual suspects that you're going to see in this list, and then there's also going to be some players that you probably expect were going to be on my list and are not. I think I've sort of gone on current form. I've also seen some players that have really impressed me and through time, and I think it might be their time to actually go through and be on the Pro Tour. So without further ado, let's start with number one. And number one is, of course, my boy from Australia, Corey Cadby. Now, he's had a sensational year, the king. He's won events like left, right, and centre in Australia. And I think it was very unlucky that he didn't get his chance in the World Championships. No disrespect at all to Gordon Mathers. But this guy is absolutely the number one player outside of Kyle Anderson and Simon Whitlock. He's a freak, and I think there's just something that needs to change maybe with him playing on the Australian tour, because I think he should have breezed past with what I see him playing on TV. It's phenomenal. I don't know if he goes through little spots where he has lapses of concentration, or other players are just hitting purple patches, but this guy is a world beater. I see him getting into the top 32 in a very quick fashion. He's actually ranked number 65 on Darts Database, and he is obviously my number one pick to get through. I think he's actually going to go through and win a day. That's how good I think he is. Listen, next, number two, we're going to be going through, this is the usual suspects I'm going to go through first before I get into my unknowns. And the number two pick I've got is a BDO representative from England, and that's Daryl Fitton. Listen, Daryl Fitton is a class act, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with on the PDC. He is getting a little bit older, but it's darts. Darts is one of those games where you can play for years and years, as you've seen with Phil Taylor. I think he's not going to win a day. I think he's going to get through on points, but I think he's going to consistently do well all through the 4 days, unless he runs into someone like Corey Cadby. So I have him as my number two pick, Daryl Fitton. I've got Jeff Smith of Canada, which I think is a fantastic player. The silencer, I think he's going to make it through. I think he's a fantastic player. If he doesn't make it through the day, he's actually going to get through on points. Good luck to you, Jeff Smith. It'd be great to see another Canadian player make it through the professional ranks. The next player that I have is another BDO player that is really exciting to watch on TV. I actually love watching this guy play. He's not just sort of mannerisms like Michael Van Gerwen, but his facial contortions are hilarious, and I think he's a crowd favourite for me. If you haven't worked it out yet, it is Cameron Menzies of Scotland. This guy is actually ranked number 38 on Darts Database. I think he was unlucky not to have a really good run at the BDO World Championships, and I think he is going to be a force to be reckoned with on the PDC Tour. So good luck to these two guys. These are my number 3 and 4 picks. Now the next two players that I have on my list are number 5 and 6 in my mind that are going to go through, and these are actually underdogs to probably go through. These are ones that you probably are unexpected to make it through, and I've sort of picked them a little bit on heart because they're friends of mine, but also because I think they are fantastic players as well. Now, just from across the border from Australia, we have my friend from New Zealand, a really great guy and a top darts player, Cody Harris. He's actually ranked on Darts Database as number 92. The Darts Database has recognised the potential that this guy has in New Zealand. I think he has the ability to cause some damage on the tour as well on the professional circuit. Very impressive on stage on the TV, and I'd like to see this guy go even further. This is my next pick, Cody Harris. But at number 6 is one that you probably will not expect. He's actually ranked number 554 on Darts database, and I don't think that means squash, because the next player, and that guy is Kevin Thomas, another Welsh player, and I think I'm basing it just on how consistent and good this player is. I think he just needs to get it right upstairs. I don't know if something's going on in his personal life or anything. I actually think that if he gets his head correct, that he is going to be a very good player. This guy has one of the best, easiest actions that I've ever seen. Kevin Thomas, good luck, my friend. You're my number 6 pick to make it. The next 2 players that I have on my list are 2 players that I actually think that are going to win their tour cards back. They've lost them, but I think only very briefly. The first one is Nathan Aspinall, very good young player from the UK, and this guy actually made the World Youth Finals, I think last year, and he narrowly lost out to Max Hopp. So he's actually ranked 167 on Darts database, but again, I really like this guy's action. He's a super solid player. He actually keeps beating my man Simon Whitlock, so he can beat the big names, and I think Nathan Aspinall will retain his tour card. He'll win it back, no problem. The next player in number 8 that I have that I think will get their tour card back, and I was unlucky to lose it this year around because he's had a fairly decent year. Just missed out on making it just enough prize money to keep his tour card. And that player is Robin Owen, another player from Wales, and I think he's going to be consistent enough to be able to go through and get his tour card back. So good luck to you 2 guys. And then that moves me on to number 9. There the 8 is another player from the BDO, and that is Tony O'Shea. I think he's a brilliant player. He didn't actually play in the BDO World Championships this year. I don't know if he did, how he didn't qualify, because I think this guy has amazing pedigree. He's shown it year in, year out, and I think if he's not playing in the BDO, we'll take in the PDC, because we want the PDC to have the best players playing in the world. So yeah, Tony O'Shea, good luck. You're going to need it. It's a tough field out there, but I still think you're going to succeed. It might take you 1 or 2 days to settle in, but once you do, I think you're actually going to go through and win a day. So that's my 7, 8, and 9. Tony O'Shea, you are my number 9 pick. So the next 4 players I'm going to name are actually players that have been on the Pro Tour before. They've been relatively quiet in recent years, but I think that's their time that they've had a break, and it's time for them to return. Those 4 players are from Wales. Barry Bates, a really good friend of mine, a real top quality player, an amazing finisher, and if he gets his finishing boots on, I think he will get through. I really hope so, because he's a top lad as well. I love all the Welsh guys. When I was going around on the tour, and as a player or as a spectator, these guys are all really, really good player. Another one that I think is due for a return to the professional tour. Hopefully it's his career's gone past it, and that is Colin Jaws Lloyd. Colin Lloyd, hopefully you'll do well as well. You're my next pick in number 10. Number 11, I have John Bolts. This guy is one of the most consistent players that I've ever seen. Just not a massive hitter. I think with all these guys that are big 180 hitters, that I think it's they're sort of taking over. But this guy is a super solid player, and hopefully he gets through to the professional tour. And lastly, Steve Brown. This guy has done so much for the youth and stuff like that. It's also basing this pick on a little bit of heart. But this guy has got game. This guy has got game, and I'd like to see him back on the professional tour as well. The next picks, these ones have either been on the Pro Tour a very, very short amount of time, or fairly relatively unknown. These players are Richie Howson. This guy, this is my next pick. He has probably got one of the worst styles that I've ever seen. No offense, Richie, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to back it up with a compliment that this guy is. It's almost annoying how often he hits 140s and tons. You can't. He's one of those players that you can't watch play, but he is super consistent, really good player, and I hope I haven't offended you, but because I have got you in my picks to make it. So good luck, Richie Howson. My next one would be Lee Evans, another good young player. I think Lee. I think he's got. This is the complete opposite. I really like his style, super solid, and I think he's going to make it through. Tony Newell. Back to the other end again, another action which I hate, the very stack of darts. But this guy, when he gets going, super consistent, uses a Phil Taylor dart, stacks him, hits a lot of 180s and 140s. So, big tall guy, and I think if he gets going, I think he'll make Q School as well. And a friend of mine, this guy, is super consistent again. He made it to a final last year on the development tour, and he's a friend of mine. So Mike Norton, you're another pick. I see you playing Q School every year. Make this year your year. Come on, my friend. One name that I was a little bit surprised by, and I'm actually not sure if it's the Australian, and that is James Bailey. Is there an English James Bailey that I don't know about? I really hope there isn't, and this is the Australian James Bailey, because this guy is a fantastic dart player. Look, James, from the bottom of my heart, I hope it's you that's playing Q School, and if it isn't, if there is an English James Bailey out there, maybe the name has a little bit of luck, and I think that you're going to make Q School as well. Some big names that you're probably expecting there to be on the list and isn't on the list. Those players are. I'm sorry to say, because he hangs around with the Welsh guys as well. Really cool guy, and that is Wes Newton. My friend, please prove me wrong. I'm only looking at current results and seeing that you're on a downhill run, and I wish there wasn't. Prove me wrong, Wes Newton. Make Q School and make me look like a bell end. Please do. Another one that you're probably expecting to be on the list is Colin Osborne. Another guy with the nickname Wizard. Maybe when Simon joined the Pro Tour, it sort of jinxed him, but I've seen his progress on the Pro Tour decline. So Colin Osborne, another player who has a chance to prove me wrong. And if you see this video, take it as motivation, guys. Take it as motivation. And what's the other one? Dean Witt-Stanley. Dean Witt-Stanley, another player that has been a disappointment on the Pro Tour recently. Hopefully he's put the hard time on the board in the last couple of months preparing for this massive occasion of Q School, but he's another player that I believe is fallen by the wayside. I don't think he's going to make Q School, and again, it's your chance to prove me wrong. One last thing before I leave, and I have to say this sincerely, that if you enjoy my videos and you enjoy my dart stuff, please subscribe. You don't even have to turn on notifications. Guys, I just recently got told that my partnership from YouTube has gone, and that I have to reach a certain amount of subscribers. It's only 1,000 subscribers, but I'm well short of that target. If you like my videos, please give it a subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel, because the subscriptions is actually what I really need right now. View time is no problem. If you enjoy watching my videos, people are going to watch it anyways. But if I have your subscription, it really means the world to me. Being a partner of YouTube, I've been a partner of YouTube for such a long time, and I would hate to lose that that honor of becoming being a partner. So this is my little outro, guys, and I'm going to finish up the video and start because qualifying school has actually started. I missed the I've been working so hard to get this video all prepared and get everything ready, because I was wanting to make my picks as correct as possible, and so here they are. This is who I think is going to make it. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you next time. This is Benny G. See you next time, guys. See ya. Bye.